Most men underestimate how powerful a nickname can be. They think it's just a cute label or a random pet name. But psychologists know something far more interesting. The moment you give a woman a nickname that feels emotionally accurate, her brain begins forming a private bond with you. It activates what researchers call pair bonding language pathways, the same circuits used by couples who feel deeply connected. A woman melts when you call her the right nickname because it makes her feel recognized, chosen, and emotionally special in a world filled with surface-level attention. And neuroscience backs this up. When someone we like uses personalized affection, the brain releases oxytocin, the bonding chemical, even in small doses. That's why nicknames work instantly. They trigger attachment emotions long before a relationship becomes serious. The first nickname that psychologically affects women is beautiful. This word hits differently because beauty isn't just physical, it touches identity. Research from the American Psychological Association shows that compliments directed at core identity traits produce a stronger emotional response than compliments about temporary features like clothes or makeup. When you say beautiful in a slow, grounded tone, she hears something deeper. I see you, not just your appearance. That's why her eyes soften when you say it. The second nickname is love. This one works because it activates what linguists refer to as affection framing, the subtle way language shifts emotional perception. When you call a woman love, it creates an atmosphere of warmth and emotional safety around your interaction. Social bonding studies show that women feel closer to men who use gentle, warm-toned language, especially in moments of stress or uncertainty. Love communicates softness without weakness, affection without pressure. The third nickname is my dear. This term feels classic, soothing, mature. It taps into what psychologists describe as secure, masculine tone. Calm, stable, grounding. Women melt when they hear my dear because it signals emotional steadiness. In a world where many men communicate with impulsiveness or detachment, this nickname feels like a warm blanket. It tells her you're emotionally present, not chaotic or unpredictable. The fourth nickname is sweetheart. This nickname works because it blends care with affection. Studies on emotional semantics show that women respond strongly to words that imply tenderness. Sweetheart has a soft phonetic structure. The sweet sound stimulates positive emotional associations in the brain. It makes her feel cherished, not objectified. And when used in the right moment, it can dissolve tension instantly because it signals comfort and connection. The fifth nickname is Angel. This one taps into idealized affection, a psychological process where someone feels emotionally elevated because another person sees the good in them. Women often struggle with internal criticism more than men. Research shows women self-criticize twice as often. So when you call her Angel, you're not just giving a name, you're offering emotional protection from self-doubt. It makes her feel appreciated for her purity, kindness, and inner light. The sixth nickname is Gorgeous. This one hits harder than pretty or cute because it implies depth. Attraction psychology research shows that high-intensity admiration words create a stronger dopamine spike. Gorgeous communicates deep attraction without sounding childish or weak. Women melt because it makes them feel desired in a sophisticated, confident way. It feels like a man who knows his taste and isn't afraid to express it. The seventh nickname is Baby Girl. This one works only when the emotional connection is strong because it triggers the protective affection response in the male brain and the receiving affection response in the female brain. Relationship scientists found that women feel emotionally bonded to men who make them feel safe, soft, and cared for. Baby Girl creates a dynamic where she feels feminine and protected without feeling controlled. It's a nickname that invites closeness. The 8th nickname is my woman. Psychology explains why this one is incredibly powerful. It signals belonging, not ownership. Women melt when a man uses language that implies commitment, clarity, and confidence, not possessiveness. When you say my woman, it signals that you know what you want and you're not afraid to claim it respectfully. Studies show that women rate men who display confident emotional intention as more attractive and more trustworthy. And then there's the 9th nickname, the deceptively simple but psychologically explosive one, you. Not the name, not a pet name. The way you say you with presence, warmth, and intention. Linguistic intimacy studies show that personalization heightens emotional impact. When you say, "Come here, you," or "I like you," her brain registers it as intimate, direct, and emotionally concentrated. You becomes a nickname because it feels like a private world between the two of you. But here is the deeper psychology. Nicknames melt women not because of the sound of the word, but because of how it makes them feel about themselves when you say it. Women attach emotionally through consistency, tone, and connection more than through logic. Affectionate names activate childhood bonding memories, attachment security, and romantic neural pathways all at once. A woman melts because a nickname makes her feel like she has a special place in your emotional universe, a place no one else occupies. It transforms ordinary moments into intimate ones. It takes the relationship out of the public world and into your private kingdom. Women don't fall for the nickname. They fall for the version of themselves they become when you say it with intention.